conversations have the power to shape our thoughts, ignite our passions, and transform our world. It is also true that when we speak, we share our souls. This is EIL Samvaad for you, where conversations meet connections. Hello everyone and welcome to this special episode of EIL Samvaad, where we engage in insightful discussions with the EILians and explore the innate qualities that make them stalwarts in the industry. We learn how EIL became a trusted leader in the hydrocarbon sector while looking ahead to a bright future full of opportunities and meaningful change. As we navigate these discussions, we will also reflect on how EIL's values and innovative spirit continue to inspire and drive progress in a rapidly evolving global landscape. Today, we have with us a true pillar of EIL's growth story, someone whose career spans nearly 4 decades of remarkable achievements. I am delighted to be sitting down with Mr. Rajeev Gupta, Director Projects, who also holds the additional charge of Director HR. Rajeev sir has executed mega-scale projects across diverse sectors such as refineries, petrochemicals, gas processing offshore and beyond. He is on the board of Ramagundam Fertilizers and Chemicals Limited, a joint venture company of EIL, NFL and FCIL. He has led multifaceted teams of engineering, inspection, offshore and project divisions of the company while making significant contributions to developing new vendors and contractors, positioning India as a hub for local manufacturing and global production. Sir, a very warm welcome to EIL Samvaad.
Thank you, Modita. Thank you very much for calling me on this platform. And thank you to Team HR, for starting this journey of EIL Samvaad, calling seniors over here and giving them an opportunity to share their experiences, which can really motivate the youngsters of EIL. Thank you, Modita. Thank you once again for calling me.
The pleasure is all ours, sir.
Pleasure is all mine.
All ours, sir. So before we dive into some tough technical and other professional questions, let us start with your childhood. Sir, so how was it like growing up? And most importantly, sir, I want to know that, do you always aspire to be an engineer?
Modita, childhood was real fun. Luckily or unluckily, I don't know. At that moments, we don't have those gadgets with us, the digital gadgets, the TV. So the childhood was spending time outside under the sun, playing all kind of sports, enjoying nature, and obviously study was part of it. But those days probably, that outdoor activities really kept me going through all these years actually.
I can say so you were part of the luckier generation, because the Gen Z and the millennials, all of us here are devoid of all these sunlight and amenities and outdoor games. They are so much into our gadgets and laptops and screens all the time.
Yeah, definitely. So I totally agree with you. So probably I belong to that luckier generation actually.
So did you always aspire to be an engineer?
Modita, I'll be very honest with you. I didn't aspire to be an engineer. I wanted to be a doctor.
Oh really, sir? That is a surprise for I think all of us.
I always wanted to be a doctor,
oh, great.
To be very honest with you. And but to be again candid, I didn't clear my medical entrance exam and had a good PCM score in my 12th standard. So my father told me, son, why don't you take up engineering? And I followed his advice and my journey in engineering started.
So as they say, hota wahi jo Ram rachi rakha,
Yeah,
and it's lucky for all of us and lucky for EIL as well. Sir, you know that we've reached out to EILians across the globe to submit questions that they are interested in, they always want to ask you. And we have received like an overwhelming response. So one of the recurring questions was, with nearly 40 years of experience managing complex, large-scale projects around the globe, so what would you say were the toughest challenges that you faced in some of the landmark projects you headed, both personal as well as professional, and most importantly, how did you overcome those challenges?
Correct. Modita, first of all, I am thankful to EIL for giving me this opportunity to be part of such mega projects. My journey in EIL has a lot of such projects, but one project which really separates out from the other is the IOCL BS6 project. As part of Supreme Court of India mandate to roll out BS6 fuel by 1st of April 2020, IOCL engaged EIL to modernize their refineries to produce BS6 fuel. 6 of their refineries. The refineries were spread pan-India, which included Mathura, Panipat, Haldia, Bongaigaon, Gujarat, Digboi, to roll out BS6 fuel, and took us as an EPCM consultant. Now, as part of that job, we were to build 15 new units, and we have to revamp 10 of their existing units.
Oh.
That's the scale of the project. The total duration was 40 months. End date was fixed. So no going back on that. And that was the toughest challenge probably which I faced in my career. Lot of initiatives, lot of steps were taken by both the organizations to see how we navigate this journey. First time, IOCL gave us power of attorney for 20 crores to place orders directly on vendors. We devised new ways and means of procurement. As 6 refineries were spread pan-India, we cannot afford to procure materials separately for these 6 refineries. So the 6 refineries combined together, the procurement was done through common MRs. Contractors were lined up through common tenders. That's the scale and magnanimity with which this project was executed. And I'm thankful to Team EIL, each of the players, each of the participants who worked in this journey, to roll that out. Even 1 or 2 cases, we have to take shutdown, which was scheduled, but the equipments were not there. So during that shutdown period itself, we have to ensure that the equipments are delivered to site, erected, and within that period of 30-35 days, the shutdown is completed. So it was a remarkable journey, and with support of everybody, all the 6 refineries rolled out BS6 fuel as per the mandate given. Now, another project, which I would definitely like to share with my colleagues, from the value-wise, you may say that's not a very big value, but the scale-wise and the visibility it brought to EIL was unparalleled. That was putting up ONGC's Advanced Training Institute as part of India Energy Week 2024.
Yes, I remember
which
that.
we built at
Recently
Goa.
happened, yes.
Yes. The facilities, the world-class facilities, the sea survival training, the offshore platform models, the fire simulators, the viewing galleries. Mudita, we had just 8 months to build those facilities. Just 8 months.
What a remarkable job it has been, sir. I've seen all the photographs and
Yes.
everything that's come up.
And end date again was fixed. It was an international event. You cannot change that. Prime Minister was to inaugurate that. And thanks again to each of my colleagues in EIL, who literally worked wholeheartedly and supported the organization to make that happen. And let me tell you, all your viewers also, that everyone who has participated in that event appreciated the way EIL has brought up that project. And as a result of that, the confidence the client reposed on us, we got lot many more jobs which are under execution, and that Goa facilities are further being expanded and will host India Energy Week 2026 again over there.
That's great. That's really wonderful, sir. And I would like to add that, sir, I think as the aliens over the years, I've also spent a lot of time here, more than 1.5 decade. We have learned to work excellent under pressures. And we have always delivered under leadership like you and other management, EIL management people. We've always delivered pretty well, always under pressure. And I remember the IUCL job that you mentioned. I remember that we've been sitting at the same floor.
Yeah.
So every time he used to come 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, sir was there in his cabin. I used to go at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening, sir was there in his cabin. And now I understood that what is the reason behind, and all such lot of things were going inside that cabin. 15 refineries, so many units, such squeezed timelines. So that's wonderful, sir. Very, very worth appreciating.
And that was possible only because of Team EIL actually. It's only because each of the participants who contributed on this project, that made that achievable.
As I always say, sir, EIL just not stands for Engineers India Limited, stands for Engineers in Love with the Country, and that's where we are able to deliver.
Yeah, true, Madhita.
Another question, sir, that came to us was that you have worked on some really, really large, high-pressure projects over the years. But you're always known for your calm personality, and chivalry. I can vouch for, he is such a positive person. Wherever he goes, he spreads his positivity all around with his smile, his calmness, his posture, his composed. So, how did you manage stress in such a demanding environment? Did you have any go-to hobbies, comfort food, or exercises that help you stay so grounded?
Madhita, I'll be lying if I say that I don't get stressed. I don't feel pressure. No. In fact, stress and pressure keep me going. That cramp in your belly when you're going for an important meeting, going for an important presentation, coming for such an interview.
It should be the other way around, sir. I have all those butterflies and jitters in my stomach.
Literally gets you going. It literally gets you going. And it's been, I would say, part and parcel of this professional journey, which each one of us has to experience. We cannot, in today's world, with the shrinking deadlines, we cannot be aloof of this stress and these pressures. They will be part and parcel of our life. As a human being, as an individual, we have to find our individual ways of removing that stress, mitigating that stress, and working peacefully. For me, you asked, 2 factors. One is my family. So whenever I go back in the night, that's a stress reliever. And second is my morning walk. So I'm not a foodie. Anything on the table will do for me.
So you don't like golgappas and all, sir?
I said anything on table.
Belly food.
I said anything on table will do for me. But yes, these are the 2 things, which has really kept me going.
I'll just note that line, that stress and pressure keeps me going. I'll use it next time. Sir, it's evident that the concept of normal working hours doesn't quite apply to you. And I am a witness of the same, sir. I've seen you working on some very tough projects that you have recently mentioned. Sir, you are constantly reviewing project sites or representing EIL on national and international forums. After so many years of working in this dynamic industry, so what is the one thing that keeps you motivating and always on a go, besides stress and pressure that you just mentioned?
EIL success.
Okay.
I think that really keeps me going. Any project you complete, that satisfaction which you had, Modita, I think you can never have it anywhere else actually. So that keeps me going.
That's lovely, sir. And you are sitting right next to me, sir. How can I not ask you this question? The vast teams that you've handled so far. So what is your experience in handling such large teams? And what is the one thing that you like to suggest to other future managers and leaders, the personality traits, the quality they should inculcate or imbibe to, handle such big teams, not in just our sector, oil and gas, but in all sectors?
Uh, as a leader, I personally believe that it is your preaching only will not do. That preaching has to be implemented by you yourself. You have to lead from the front. You have to be part of the team. The team has to adopt you, right, as your leader. And once that is done, I would say half of the battle is won. Second, another important aspect is taking the team together. As a leader, you have to ensure that each member of your team is aligned with your vision, which in turns is project completion. He's part of the process. His views are taken into consideration. He feels part of the team. And that is what, for me, a true leader would be.
There's something to learn here, sir, because I've always heard the other way around. A team has to adopt to the leader, and what you have mentioned just now is that the team, you need to be adopted by the team. So that's really wonderful, sir, and I think that makes sir, great leaders like you.
No.
Sir, many people look up to you for inspiration and mentorship, both for your professional success as well as your personal values. Did you have any mentors or role models in your career while growing up?
Yeah. I was very lucky to have my seniors in all the divisions and departments I have worked, who have always given me freedom to work, actually. And they've always been my mentors. I have looked towards them as role models. How they perform, how they take decisions, what inputs they ask for before arriving at a particular conclusion, how they motivate the teams. And I'm thankful again to those people, so all my senior colleagues who have made this journey possible and have given me that direction and that way forward of taking these responsibilities. So it's been my pleasure all the way, actually.
Yes, definitely, sir. I think the environment here in EIL is very amicable. All the cabins are accessible. Even I remember you and all our seniors are so approachable, and they're always ready to guide us. And that's why I think our role models are our seniors here in the company as well.
Absolutely.
Sir, also that you've also held the additional responsibility of leading the HR directorate at EIL. What suggestions would you like to give to future leaders about mentorship and their role in the growth of companies' human capital?
Mudita, as all of us know, EIL survives on its human capital. EIL has nothing else but this manpower, which is the strength of EIL. This manpower is to be nurtured. This manpower is to be taken along. As a leader or as a mentor, You need to give responsibilities to the younger generation. You need to allow them to take decisions. I don't say that you don't supervise those decisions. That's part and parcel of a leader or a mentor. But at least give them the freedom to take that decisions. And let me tell you, Modita, the younger generation in EIL is fantastic, mind-boggling. They come up with ideas, they come up with solutions which probably is beyond your imagination. So for the growth of EIL to happen, this process and this nurturing of the talent has to go on. And that's what, to be precise, EIL will succeed.
As they say, sir, a great leader makes more leaders rather than mere followers. That's what I think you meant. Also, sir, another question is that you reflect on your career, as you reflect on your career and the choices that you have made so far. Do you ever find yourself wishing you had done something differently, something different? Also, given the opportunity, what career would you have chosen if not an engineer?
No, Modita, I've been a firm believer of destiny, fate, and hard work. So I'm satisfied, totally satisfied, and on what I have achieved in my professional career. With regard to other options, I'll again be candid. If I have to relive again, so probably I would like to go for a medical profession and be a doctor rather than be an engineer.
We'll miss on a great leader like you, sir. We won't let you go anywhere else. Coming to, sir, another question which is more about technology and the technical advancement that we make in the industry. I remember I've learned while growing up in school that technology has a habit of peeping sheepishly after having arrived late through the half-open door of time. So this question is like, how do you think technology has impacted project management in the engineering sector? Are there any innovation or trends you think young professionals should pay close attention to?
Project management has evolved over the years with evolvement and advancement in engineering actually. The projects which we used to build in 60 months are now being built in 38 to 42 months.
Yes, timelines have squeezed.
Now, how that's possible? Yes. That's possible only with automation, with advancements, with modern tools and techniques available. And that's what a project manager should strive for. Automation in all fields, whether it is engineering, whether it is procurement processes, whether it is construction, robotics, automatic welding, by virtue of which you can reduce your construction time. You can reduce your dependence on human manpower. You will agree with me, the kind of projects which are going to come up in India, not only in oil and gas, but in all other sectors, be it infrastructure, be it EV, be it batteries, would be huge. And the kind of competent manpower which will be required to build those billions of dollars of projects is mind-boggling. How do we overcome that situation? It's only by means of automation that we can reduce our dependence on manpower. The routine work, the regular work, that process has to be automated. So as a project manager, you should be aware of the developments. You should be aware what are all the processes which can be eliminated and which can be substituted by the machines. Second, generative AI.
Yeah, I was
that's
about to
become,
mention the same.
it's a norm now.
Yes, sir.
You have to be ready and conversion to adopt the tools in your project management techniques. Gone are the days for those spreadsheets and Excel
Yes,
sheets,
yes.
which a project manager has on his table, or a yellow stick pad which he sticks to his board. That is
We have come a long way from
Exactly.
there.
So that is, with these tools coming into picture, you can, information is available to you on a click of a button. You can plan your thing. You know what is happening where. You can take preemptive actions. You can take mitigated steps to avoid any future delays which you perceive are going to happen. You can allocate your resources, mobilize your resources accordingly. In addition to automation and generative AI, which we were talking about, to me, as a project management, the key is human resource management. The key is man management. So, a project manager has to have emotional intelligence. He has to have that skill of resolving conflicts, of taking team together, of building relationships, not only among team, but with the clients also. And also mobilization of resources and allocation of resources. All these are part of a project manager. Further, in the present world, with the projects scattered not only within India, but outside India globally, project manager has to have a virtual control onto the project.
Okay.
He can't visit sites every
Yes,
day,
yes, definitely.
but he has to have that virtual control. He has to have those good communication skills. He has to have those team building traits which keeps the team together. I think these are fineness of the project management. So I would say it has to be a mix and match, a blend of the new technologies as well as the old ways
It's always a right mix of both the...
of project management. As you rightly said, a right mix would, to me, would be the traits of a good project manager.
Sir, we all know that EIL has been a leader in the hydrocarbon sector for the past 6 decades now. The company has executed numerous large-scale projects in India and around the globe, shaping the global energy landscape. As we look to the future, particularly in the context of the global energy transition and the rapid integration of AI and machine learning into day-to-day operations, how do you envision EIL evolving in the engineering and project management sector over the next decade?
For me, for India to achieve their vision of net zero by 2070, EIL is going to be a major player. It's not only for the next decade, but decades to come actually. And steps have already been taken in that direction. We are into green hydrogen, we are into green ammonia, we are into renewables. We have our portfolio enhanced with solar CST. We are working for projects on batteries. We are also striving towards wind energy. All these areas will need huge contribution from EIL as there is no one in this country who has that experience of building billions of dollars of project, stitching right from the start to end each and every activity to perception, to perfectness. So, EIL has a very important role to play. It's not only on the technology front, but in the project management front also. So we have built Dangote refinery, project worth $19 billion. We are doing Rajasthan refinery, project of to the tune of $10 billion.
Yes.
We did HML cracker, again, $3 to $4 billion. The magnanimity and scale at which EIL operates and delivers would be required in the coming years to come. And it will be, I would say, more in demand and more in requirement to achieve the difficult tasks our Honorable Prime Minister has set forth to make India Viksit Bharat by 2047. And with regard to AI in EIL processes, we have already taken large steps in this direction. We had our digital team formed 3 years back. We have our AI processes in place for number of our activities we execute, like costing. So we have now an AI-based costing system which gives me the cost of my equipments. We have project dashboard where on a click of a button, the complete information of the project encompassing all activities are displayed. We are working on to next steps in this direction, bringing all activities under a single platform. The project is already going on in that direction, and very soon, the roadmap would be there. So we have moved in the right direction. We have not left our oil and gas. That is bound to stay. India is energy hungry. Whatever forms of energy India needs, in whatever way, you have to give them, whether it is coal, whether it is oil and gas, whether it is renewables, whether it is green hydrogen. So, and that is the right direction in which the company has taken step forward, not foregoing oil and gas, and at the same time focusing onto new areas and building our leadership in those areas. And to me, I think we are on absolutely right track.
So for achieving all these things and all the visions that our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Sir has, thought about India and for India, I think we at EIL are ready with the arms and ammunitions to take over the world.
Yeah.
Last question, sir, and it is one of the most important questions that we all look forward to and would like to hear from you, is that, sir, what advice would you like to give to young engineers, given that you've had a wonderful journey where you must have shared have your own ups and downs? So as you reflect on your path to leadership, what are some of the biggest lessons that you have learned along the way? And what are the advices that you would like to give to the young engineers who are aspiring to take on leadership roles in futures?
To my young friends, who aspires to be future leaders in EIL and outside EIL also. So my advice is, number one, change is inevitable. So be ready to adopt the change. Come out of your comfort zones.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Don't be happy in what you are doing. See what more you can do. Innovate. Bring new ideas onto the table. Don't be afraid of sharing your views. Even if your views are contradictory to the rest of the team. Do not hide yourself back. Another important aspect to me, which I would like to share with each one of you, is hard work always pays.
There is absolutely no replacement of hard work.
Do not restrict yourself in achieving more than 100% of your capabilities. It may happen sometimes in life that you aim for something, work hard to achieve that, but you're not able to achieve your goal. But that doesn't mean that the experience you have gained as part of that hard work for achieving your goal always remains with you, Mudita. That is your earnings.
Absolutely agree, sir.
So, go ahead, come out of your comfort zone, work hard, and innovate. Innovate, innovate, and innovate. I think that's my suggestion to the younger leaders who would like to come forward.
So, would you like to share any anecdote or any story for our viewers from your long journey and where you have faced some ups and downs, a very challenging story, something like that you don't forget so easily?
There will be a number of such stories, Mudita, but instead of sharing my ups and downs, I would like to share the contribution of our teams. I visited, we were doing a project for GAIL USAR, and I visited that site some 2 years back. And as part of the construction team which was there, we had very young, energetic management trainees over there. 4 or 5 management trainees who were posted at that site. And as part of my interaction, since this is the first PDHPP project being built up in India, so a lot of learnings to be taken from there. And as part of the journey which that project has taken so far, I asked them to, capture those journey through some film, those management trainees, 4 or 5 management trainees, through some film, and maybe present it to me for showing it to the management as such. And after 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, there was a visit also happening where the GAIL CNMD was to visit that site. Those engineers worked on that, management trainees sent me the film, and during that visit of the chairman, GAIL engaged a professional photographer, for filming the thing. And when we showed them our film, which our young management trainees have made, I think they dropped their idea of their film and they showed to their chairman the film which our young management trainees have made. That's the talent of EIL.
Wonderful.
It's all there. It's all there. We have to nurture that. We have to give them the opportunities. We have to give them the platform to perform. We don't have to suppress them. And with such a huge pool of talent available with us, I think there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that EIL will have many success stories coming forward in coming decades.
Rajeev sir, it's been an absolute pleasure hearing about your journey. Your story is truly inspiring, and I'm sure our listeners will take away some invaluable lessons from both of your professional insights as well as personal philosophies. The EIL family, thank you for your incredible contributions to EIL and the industry at large. Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure having you here.